Hello and welcome to Chasing the Finish podcast, episode 22. I am Mike, and as always, I am joined by Ben, Blakeman, and Jake Ramsey. And we're here this week, episode 22, as I say, to talk mainly about Ben's Broadway Marathon, which was at the weekend. For those that are sort of in the UK running community, I do believe it's quite a well-known run. So people will probably have heard of it, so we're going to get all the details on how Ben got on. I have purposely not asked him anything or too much in our group chat because I want to find out for the first time here on air. So yes, talk a little bit about me somehow fluking another sub 40 at parkrun on Saturday, and then all the other madness that comes with an episode of Chasing the Finish. As I say, I'm joined by Ben and Jake. Jake, let's come to you first, mate. How's things with yourself? You all good?
I think about delay, lads. Sorry.
I was waiting for
that whole bit there is there, and then it's chasing the finish. But I'm assuming you asked me how I was. I'm all right. Just plodding along. Ain't really been out. Really done anything.
Well, he told me before we clicked record, he was looking out his window and he said he's got foxes in his garden. And apparently they feed the foxes, which is absolutely mental, by the way. My mum fed a stray cat once and then ended up keeping the cat because it kept coming round. I couldn't imagine doing that for a fox. I'm sure they're like...
I don't think you do that with a fox.
I was going to say, I wouldn't... Yeah. You wouldn't keep it going
I'm not
around.
the one feeding foxes in my garden.
Do you do this every year? Or?
Huh?
Do you do this every year, Jake? Or
do what?
Feed foxes. Is this like an annual thing?
No, it's a yearly thing. The mom's been doing it for ages, and it's just never stopped. They're away, and we're like, "Can you make sure the foxes are fed?" It's like I'm assuming it's a mom and it's a baby because it's the other one's tiny. So, but there's like she's in like a Facebook group and everything of Solihull and Shirley residents of fox feeding.
No, surely not.
This is bonkers.
What
I could do a whole pod on this, man. This is...
What do you feed them?
Just whatever out of date chicken or food or ham that's going out of date. Well, technically they eat anything, don't they? So they're just feral.
Are they not classed as vermin? Or am I being a bit too harsh there?
I know you can't touch them. You can't do anything to them.
You know where they carry rabies, don't they? I got chased by a fox once. I think I've talked about that on this pod. That was scary, man. But yeah.
Well, saying that though, I went into it will lead into how I got on Sunday, but I had a bit of a bad injury to my foot, so I've been struggling for footwear this week so far. And I went into the garage to kind of see if I could got anything a bit lighter or maybe a bit more cushioned for my feet. And I looked through. I've got a bag of soil and a bag of grass seed next to each other. And I went in. I went in and there's a little cap on the floor, and I was like, where's that come from? Perhaps it's fell off something anyway. So put it on the side, moved these bags a little bit. Out jumps a rat.
Oh.
Man, I've never moved so quick in my life. Because I'm waiting for my garage door to be fixed, you see. So there is a bit of a gap. Yeah, there's a bit of a gap. So it's obviously got through there, but been on to pest control and hopefully get it sorted. But this vermin,
I don't mind rats so much. Look, obviously they're horrible, and it's never nice seeing one. But there's worse things out there. Like there are worse animals that I'd rather not find. Rats, I'm not that bothered with. Obviously,
like
you know,
carrying disease, though, isn't it? Again, you know what I mean? That's the problem. Like when I was in college and I'd done animal care, and I had no issue with rats at all. We had loads of them.
The fox is just there, by the way. It's just on my decking looking at me.
Does he want to say a few words? Wonder what he says.
He's just staring me down.
Well, we've got a friend who it's got the same situation with a squirrel, hasn't he?
Oh, mate, that's absolutely mad. It's like, what's his face? Is it Dr. Doolittle? Is he the one that has all the animals?
Yeah.
Dr. Saunders.
I mean, a squirrel I could maybe understand. They're quite cute to look at. All they want is, I need to phrase this carefully, but all they want is a nut. Maybe I'm the bad one for not feeding any stray animals. If I get anything in the garden, I wouldn't feed a rat. No, I'd feed the rat to my cat, but not anything else.
Oh,
but yeah, that took a turn down an avenue I didn't think it would to start the pod. So welcome to Chasing the Finish. Ben, before we get into all things Broadway, aside from all that, how are you? Are you okay?
Yeah, not too bad. Just obviously just straight back into work and dealing with rats. So kind of the norm really. So yeah, I'm all good, mate. How are you?
Good. Yeah, not bad. I finally made it out for a run when it's been dark at 4:00. Woohoo! I've put it off far too often. Like, got back from work. I think Jake said it the other week. You get back from work and it's pitch black at 4:00, and especially with the temperature sort of taking a turn for the worst, last thing you want to be doing is getting into your warm house, getting your shorts and your running gear on, and then heading back out in the cold. So it's so easy to just get in, stick the kettle on, stick your feet up, and stick the TV on. But yeah, I got back tonight and put all my stuff on and just went for it. So I'm still trying to find the route that works for me. I mean, obviously, I've got the cathedral on the doorstep, which is a lovely place to run to, but people might think that I'm right moaning old fart, but I think the run into the cathedral, because it's just one main road, it's pretty boring, and I like to keep the runs fresh because otherwise I'll just stop completely. So I'm just trying to find other routes that work where I can maybe run to something or run alongside something scenic, just to keep it fresh and interesting. So yeah, I sort of ran towards, there's a river in Lincoln and it then feeds into the Brayford Pool in the centre of town. And then I realised, obviously, it was pitch black and running alongside this river and canals probably not the best idea because I don't have any headlights or reflective gear on. So, hey?
I'll send you a link.
Well, do you know what? Please do, because I must have passed about 3 or 4 runners tonight, the most I've ever sort of passed in recent times, considering how cold the weather is as well. It really surprised me. And you know what? Not one of them had any lights on them. So yeah, I do need to, even if, see, I was thinking about a hat that you've got with the light on, but I'm worried that my ears would get too hot and then it'd just be irritating.
I'll take mine off like every other take off because I'm sweating.
Yeah.
And then just put it back on. But
it's almost like you need like a chest mount like you would with a GoPro, just with a light. So yeah, happy to get out. It was just over 5K. Felt really good in some segments. Really, really good, really strong. I was able to go for quite some time. And yeah, considering I hadn't run since Saturday, my fitness, even though I'm not running as much recently, is, touch wood, it continues, is getting better. So yeah, no events now till Centurion, but yeah, all good here. Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah, let's start with Sunday then, Ben, because it was quite an early start. So you started at 8:15.
Yeah. 8:15. Registration started at 7:15. So I think
What time did you have to leave to get there?
We left just after, what was it, about 6:15, I think we left. So it's about a 50-minute drive. Obviously, because we'd been up there a couple of weeks ago, we knew car parks and stuff, so just straight in there really. So yeah, an early start. I must admit, I woke up and I apologised to her. I was like, "Well, I'm so sorry for this. Why are we doing it? Like, do you know what I mean?" It's just really been that way of thinking at the minute. Like, what are we doing on a Sunday morning at this time? So yeah, luckily managed to get rid of the kids. So it was kind of just get ourselves sorted. My mum come along as well for the ride and have a look around Broadway. So. Yeah, it's one of them. It's this. I always get like this with events. I hate how early they are because it is that waiting round, and as soon as I'm on the start line and it's go, I'm absolutely fine. It's just everything before, and obviously it being such an early start, just felt because you're feel a bit naff anyway. You feel I'm not really a morning person, so adding that in is just I almost just want the race to start immediately so I can just get going. But
you said registration was 7:15. So I'm 7:15. Sorry. So I'm guessing this was an event where your race numbers, you had to pick them up on the day at the place. How was the organisation of that? Because us three have experienced that before with Napton. We had to pick them up at Napton, and I must say, considering how crammed the place got, they're really on. They don't miss a beat. So, was it good organisation from them? I mean, I expect it to be because it's not the first Broadway Marathon. So,
yeah. So our registration was 7:15, and then the half marathon was, I think, 4:15. No, it might have been. Do you know what? I can't remember, but I think it was like an hour after we'd started or something, or once we'd started, then they went back to it's in the Lifford Hall. So it's like a little town hall. So they went back to there and obviously did their race briefing. So yeah, obviously the only reason it was kind of like you had to be there is because it's a mandatory kit list. So I had to, get my kit and put it on the table and just confirm to the bloke or woman, whoever it was, what kit I've got, making sure I've got the right, things that I need, because they are quite strict. It's done under UK athletics rules. So I literally could have got disqualified and not been able to run if I'd got the wrong kit or anything not right. So that's why it was a bit like making sure you're there on time, just in case you need to, scout around for something, see if anyone's got a spare something or whatever. I had quite a few people mention because obviously I went very light with just a running belt, whereas a lot of people were wearing packs and stuff like that. Because I as much as obviously they're necessary, and I understand that, I'm not the biggest fan of wearing a pack. So it was nice kind of just go with my belt, got my hand bottle, and they were happy with what I'd got, and just went in for the race briefing, which is quite interesting because it does feel like you're back in school. I think her name's Emma, one of the run directors, Ian and Emma, and it is quite military style the way she does it. She almost sounds like she's telling you off in a way, which I kind of like because it adds that bit of extra something to it. Like she's a bit of a character. So it's not just like your standard race director. It's almost like you get to know her in a way. And then her husband had been around the last 2 days marking the course and checking through all that. And obviously he explained it, told us things to watch out for. I think there was like a tree that had fallen down at like 3 miles in. They just explained obviously what the winners get and stuff like that. There were massive fruit and veg hampers for first, second and third. Obviously all like local produce and stuff like that. And then they got some like plaque things as well. It was a nice little start. So
Well, before you started, I mean, I was driving down to Wembley on Sunday, so I think I was set off about 9. So I was sort of waiting to see if you were going to get pop any messages in just to say, look, I've arrived or anything like that. And then next thing you know, your fiance, I got it right this week, messaged me with a picture, and you only went and met Tim and Andy from the Marmcast. So was that a chance meeting, or was you actually like purposely trying to look for him?
No, well, it's one of them. I was stood there in the race briefing listening. I was right at the front actually, and I sort of looked to my left, and you could see like the door to outside, and I seen this bloke walk in. I immediately recognised it was Andy, because I think I'd been listening to their podcast, and he was saying that he was coming to see like cheer off the marathon runners and stuff. So I seen him walk in. I was threw off because I didn't realise how tall he is. He's actually quite a tall bloke.
He looks it in the picture, yeah. I didn't know, yeah.
No. Yeah, he's probably a bit taller than you. I was a bit shocked by that. But yeah, so I saw him from a distance, and then he sort of disappeared. But obviously, we were parked next to Mom anyway. He was parked behind us. So you could see him. He was walking around, obviously recording and stuff. And then he was behind me in the kit check as well. But obviously, I was so stressed in trying to make sure I got all my right kit that I was just focusing on myself. So when the race briefing had finished, I'd come outside and I was doing my laces up, and basically Andy would come and stood right by me. So I just, obviously did the all right, mate, how you doing and whatever. So we were just having a little chat and whatnot, and then Tim come out of the hall, and yeah, we just had a little brief chat. It really wasn't that long, to be honest. Obviously, because we'd just come out, and it was as soon as the briefing had finished, it was straight to the start line. So yeah, just sort of like said, hello, how are you? How are you feeling? He immediately come out and said, I think he was recording it. He turned it off and he just looked at Andy and went, I'm not feeling this today. I'm really not up for this. He's proper like in that mood. I can't be bothered. But yeah, so them two sort of went off and started recording and whatnot. And yeah, it was just in the zone for me, just trying to make sure that I was ready and get to where I needed to be. Because as soon as they started the race, now we'd scouted this out. It's a run up the village. So it's like a stretch, and like just with the shops either side, which is quite cool because you're literally everyone's just bombing it down there. And then as soon as you get to, I think it's just before the art gallery, there's like an immediate right, and it is just like a choke point. Like it just gets so crammed. So they said if you're planning to be in like the top 10 or whatever, you need to get there first, because there's proper choke point, and then there's a gate. So it's one of them ones you have to pull it open and let someone else through. So there's quite a few of them around the course anyway, but it was just the case of, right, let's get up there as quick as we can, because I can't be it's how I am at parkrun. You just, people get in the way, you just get really annoyed, and it sort of throws you off. But yeah, so that's kind of just the start of it really. And immediately, so I did just, hang on, bear with me. If you're watching on YouTube, I have got the course. Here we go, hang on. So this course profile, as you can see, literally, so you got 0, so yeah, so 5K. So the first like 3K was immediately straight up to plus 300 meters plus. Yeah, my first kilometer, I was coming in at like 4.5 minutes per kilometer. The second kilometer, I was like, no, I was literally walking up it. I could not. There's just nothing you could do. No. It is quite extreme on the first incline. But the thing was, obviously, because it had been raining Friday, Saturday, it wasn't as bad as I thought, but it was just trying to get, especially when you're going up, trying to get that grip was quite tough, and I struggled with that a lot of the way around, which obviously slows you down. But yeah, so immediately that first 3K is straight up to Broadway Tower, and it is steep, very steep, and it just seems to go on forever.
So that the highest point there was how many? Just for those people that aren't watching on YouTube or Spotify?
I want to say,
that say? Just
probably about 320 meters.
so, just to put it in perspective, Jake, I'm looking at the Leamington, and the highest point that Leamington Hill was 94 meters. So that's three of those and a little bit more.
All within 3K as well. So you can see it's like, yeah.
That's absolutely bonkers. In terms of pacing yourself, I'm keen to know how you got on over the course of it, because you obviously had a bit of a difficult experience in your 100K. You had all these gels and had all these sort of nutritional aids to help you. And then sort of early doors, everything sort of went out the window. So did you learn from that, and were you able to pace yourself better in terms of, were you able to sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Were you able to rehydrate better, all of that sort of stuff? Or was it, again, gone out the window at a certain point?
No, I think I took on a lot more, and I took my gels at the right time. I was trying to really keep track of like every half an hour, making sure that I'm having one. Probably could have drunk a bit more, but it's one of them. Like with the weather obviously not being as warm as it was for the Peak District, you know, it is that you just feel like you can't take on as much. But no, I mean, in terms of taking on nutrition, absolutely fine. I don't know what happened. It was around the halfway point. I started to have stomach issues, but I really don't think it was the gels. I think it was more. I don't know what it was, to be honest. I wish I could say it, because the gels had worked fine up until the halfway point, no issue them going down. Because I was using different ones as well, not using the same one, which I did in Peak District. I don't know what it was, because it eventually went probably just the last like 5-10K. At that point, I was just struggling with my foot. But as you say, in terms of pacing as well, I'm not a great fan of the marathon distance. I think obviously with the 100K, you've got that kind of that buffer that you can walk, and it's not. Do you know what I mean? You can have that bit of time where I can walk for a bit here or whatever. With a marathon, you think if it was all flat, me primarily, I should be trying to run the whole thing at least. Do you know what I mean? Whereas you physically can't. So, well, some other runners did. But especially on these inclines, I don't know, obviously I didn't do enough hill training at all. I'll get onto that in a minute. But yeah, absolutely, just zapped of energy going up these hills. So yeah, but you almost feel bad because it is a marathon distance. You feel like you should be running the hills, whereas with the 100, you feel like you can walk them. I think that's the distance. That's the difference. Sorry. So, yeah, a bit of a tricky distance. I've never done the marathon distance before, as much as I've done double it. But doing that as its own event seems to be a different kettle of fish, really. So, an interesting one, a very interesting one.
Was it scenic, Ben? Was it a scenic course?
Unbelievable. I think for me, 10 times better than Peak District was. It's just, yeah, I think that was, I kept saying that was kind of my thing of the day. It was like, what a beautiful course. It's just a shame I've had to run it. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I've immediately said I will 100% do it again next year, without a doubt. It's just the whole event together. It was just really, really well put together. Really nice course. You've seen a lot. You've seen different types of terrain. There's bits of road. If you see, so just after 5K, you come right downhill. That was the most fun I've had on a course ever. Me and this bloke were running next to each other, and he was just in front of me, and it was just pure downhill through trail, ducking under trees, and it was just, just that. I don't know how to describe it. This is where I said I wish I would have recorded it, because it was just fast downhill, dodging stuff. It was just amazing. But it was just a shame then you had to come straight back up. And this is where I was literally, I stupidly wore a thermal underlayer, a t-shirt, and then a windbreaker. Now I get hot anyway running. So I think it was just overkill, because obviously you're supposed to have a jacket, whether it be waterproof or windproof. So I just sort of thought, oh, well, I might as well wear it. I should have just chucked it on the start line, to be honest. But so when I finished coming down this hill, I was just so hot. So I was like, right, I can pack it into my belt. So I'm trying to do it, and I'm having such trouble with it. I've got my bottle in my mouth, and my lid pops off my bottle. So a quarter of my bottle of water pisses all over the floor. I'm trying to get my jacket back in. I was just like, oh, this is a shambles. So as I'm doing that, Mom literally passes me, and he's like, oh, he goes, what a shame. He goes, I can't remember what else he said. He was just like, just shaking his head at me, you see, basically. And then he was just like, oh, it's a shame if come down all that, and I've got to go back up. So I think I spent the majority of the race just behind him. But I wasn't able to just catch up. I think between obviously the stomach issues and then my foot hurting, it was just like, yeah, this is not today. I'm not getting the time I wanted. But to be fair, I going to the end really with my time. So I got just over 4.5 hours. I will absolutely take that, because I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it the day after. I was like, looking at the running I've been doing recently, it's fraudulent. It really is. So in the last 4 weeks, I've done 3 runs. 2 of them are a park run, and 1 was the mini mo run. That has been my training for this marathon. Do you know what I mean? I actually feel disgraced that I'm on a running podcast, and that is what I'm doing. So to come away with that after not barely running over the last 4 or 5 weeks, I'll absolutely take that time. So
you mentioned a couple of times already, but you've not actually gone into detail. You mentioned about your foot playing up. Tell us what happened with that. What's the crack with your foot? We saw a very graphic picture in the group chat, which, don't worry, guys, you won't be seeing. But yeah, what happened?
Yeah, to be fair, that isn't even it. That was just my ankles on my shoes. But it could, obviously, just it's mainly coming downhill. I think it was that. I can't think where it is now. It might be that where it is, goes about 30k to 35, and it comes downhill there. The thing is, with these downhills, they seem like you think, oh, downhill, I'm going to be flying, whatever, blah blah blah. It's nothing like that. They are tricky downhills, uneven terrain. I mean, that one at 33k, that was just uneven grass. So at this point, like, the side of my shoes are just like rubbing on my ankles, so it's just ripped all the skin off. But no, it's the I was suffering quite around 25k with the bottom of my foot. I think it could be plantar fasciitis, possibly. I've got it towards like the right side and then up towards my heel.
That's a right bastard to shift as well. I've had that before, and it's horrible.
I know it takes a couple of weeks, doesn't it? So yeah, it's kind of put a bit of a dampener on things, really, because I think that just sort of being humbled the weekend has kind of given me that bit of spark again, I think.
Well, what did you... it's a bit deep and a bit philosophical for this podcast and us, but what would you say you've learned about yourself from doing this marathon? Because, yes, you've done 100k, and that's more than a marathon, but technically, this is your first marathon distance. So it's obviously different to your 100k, as you say. Your 100k, you can maybe take more of it in. You feel like you can treat it more as sort of, I'd say leisurely, you know what I mean? Whereas a marathon is, it's an event, you want to be running as much as you can of it. And yeah, so what would you say you've learned about yourself from doing this?
Well, we'll go with one good thing and one bad thing that I learned. The bad thing No, we'll go with the good thing. The good thing is the fact that I know that 100K wasn't just a one-off in terms of my mental ability and my resilience to keep going even when in pain. I just know I can. I don't want to say I will never, because never say never, but there's a very high chance that I will never give up, no matter what the distance, and that's a nice thing to know. I'm not. Yeah, I just feel like because my aim now, eventually, I know after I get married, I'm aiming to do 100-miler. I already right here where I am without training or anything. I know that mentally I will be there. If I can keep working on that, then that's great. The only positive place to go from there. But in terms of negative, yeah, I've really got to put in more training. It's hard to say, because obviously I feel like I trained enough for the 100K, and I obviously hadn't. Regardless of running every single day, the types of runs I was doing, the effort I was putting in was obviously not enough. And it's, as I say, it's humbling seeing, the times that some people coming in, like first was coming in at 3 hours, like 16 or whatever. Like getting that on a flat course would be, I'd be proud of that. Do you know what I mean? But dealing with how that is, it just shows the levels, and that's the level I want to be at. So I just know that, I've really got to put in work. It's kind of bittersweet in a way.
Just rewinding and piggybacking off what you said there about you like how you can have the mental fortitude to get through it. I've talked so many times on this podcast, and Jake has, well, we all have, about how we've struggled mentally, whether it's on a run round our block, whether it's at a park run, whether it's at an event, wherever. But how did you stay motivated during those hard parts? Because I don't have to think back that far. I think back to that Gainsborough 10K where I said that I was absolutely furious with myself. My head just wasn't there after 7K. Yet here you are, you've done, what is a full marathon's 42 and a bit kilometers. So you've done, you've done 42 kilometers and you've managed to get through it. And I cannot imagine the amount of mental struggles you would have gone through, whether it be the first 5K or the last 5K. So how on earth do you get through that personally?
To
put you on the spot. Believe me, this is the one good week that all the good questions will come out. After that, I'm back to my normal self. It's about me, so don't worry.
I don't think there's one plain answer that you can give, and I think that. I think there's loads of different factors that go into it, what type of person you are, and even goes like the upbringing and stuff, just stupid stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? I think in terms of black and white, how I'm dealing with distances, I think the only way you can do it is break them up. Almost use like milestones, get to this point. Don't be afraid to walk. If you need to take some extra time, especially at the Peak District, I took what I was not expecting to spend as long as I did at the halfway stage. I was hoping to have something to eat, be back out within 15, 20 minutes. No, I was there for, close to an hour, probably over an hour, just trying to, gear myself up to go again. Sometimes it does take that long to kind of get back into that mental state. Having people around you is a big one. A few people, obviously this is just a marathon, but, some of these events, you see people on their own, they've traveled there on their own. They've got the coach transfer on their own. And it's just like, you think of going through all that and having no one by your side, no one to sort of give you that bit of boost, or knowing that that person's at the finish line. These people are different breed. I don't know. I want to get to that point, but I don't want that to be it, because having having Briar at the finish and potentially the kids or even my mum, it's them things that you do look forward towards, you know what I mean? And you think, right, they're waiting for me. I think it is just giving yourself options and things to work towards and just hold on to in them hard and dark moments. I think that's probably the best answer I can give you in terms of black and white, and then in terms of mentality and stuff like that. But it's just do hard things. I think that's such an important thing. Don't shy away from things if they seem tough, or and that goes for life in general. Just keep trying, don't give up, do hard things.
It's all about challenging yourself, isn't it? Really pushing you outside that comfort zone.
Well, that's it. You are capable more than you think you are. You can do more. Don't limit yourself. And this is what I say it to you two all the time, and you two do show that. And you've come through, and Jake, you've done with injuries and stuff like that, and you're still going. Albeit times are hard, and struggle with motivation, you still go out and you still do it. Mike, look at what you've been through in the last year with your running. Do you know what I mean? And you are starting to come out the other side of it for the better. And I'd like to think that even with this podcast, that we are pushing each other and surrounding ourselves with people. We've got great listeners as well, people who support, and we support them. And that's why the community is so important. So I just think, don't shy away from any challenge, do hard things, and we're all here for you.
Just bunny hopping on what you said towards the end about seeing people at the end, even at parkrun, knowing that, if you get a full lot of us, you're guaranteed to see yourself, Ben, Farmy, Blue, Tom, all there, and they're all be like, go on, last push, and it's just nice knowing they're going to be there. So obviously, parkrun to you, you're going to finish first. It'll finish near the front 9 times out of 10. So like for myself, I know there's going to be at least one, maybe 2 people there that I know are going to be at the finish. That'll give me that extra boost to get it done. And I know it's only 5K, but it's 5K you've got done. You've got out and got it done regardless.
Yeah.
So it is a nice feeling when you see someone you know.
Exactly.
Definitely. Jake asked about whether it was scenic or not. I imagine a run like Broadway. I've built a little bit of a mental picture of it. So obviously, you've painted a good picture from what you've just said. I can't imagine there were many supporters out and about because it's a trail marathon. So nowhere for anyone to really congregate, really.
You'd be surprised. There was quite a few people out, because there are quite a few sections where it goes through like little villages and stuff like that, and just little. You think there's nothing there, and you go around the corner and there's like a couple houses, and people are out there and whatnot. A couple of farmers out as well, just kind of giving you a bit of egging on. But yeah, obviously there are there's always going to be times where there's no one around, But to be fair, I seem to be in a situation where I didn't have to. I got lost once, only briefly. It was more of a case of I just had to wait for the next person to come along and go, like, have you got any idea? Because I downloaded the map onto my phone, but I just couldn't be bothered to look at it. I just think the majority of the race I managed to be like either just in front of someone or behind someone. So I didn't really struggle with that so much, but yeah, I just seem to have a knack of getting lost with these races. I really do. Just any race in general, actually. That's something I need to work on. Navigation.
Yeah. No. It'd be interesting. It's funny you mention about people getting lost during races. I'm waiting for the Mom video of Broadway, and that way I'll be able to see what's what.
Yeah.
You said to us afterwards you didn't get any recordings, so people can go and watch Mom. So I saw his Centurion Grand Prix video, and one lad even almost went the wrong way in that. So I'm dreading that a little bit, to be honest. But with me, because I'm at the back, I get to see where everyone else goes. So yeah. fantastic achievement. What did you say your official time was? Have you got that to hand? Or
I think it was 4:30. Well, I think it was 4:36. There's a bit of confusion because I moving time and whatnot. But I think the official results is 4:36.
And where did that put you?
Oh God, I think about 40th in the end. But this is what I'm saying.
How many runners?
I think 115 or something. So
I thought
yeah. I was looking at the results because I was looking to see where Mom finished and stuff like that. He ended up at 19th. Considering he's saying he weren't up for it, I feel like it's a bit of do you know what I mean? But but if you look, he only finished like 20 minutes ahead of me. So in that gap, 20 people finished. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of them. So I'm not too disheartened, but I feel
like you say,
yeah.
Considering your lack of training, you'll absolutely take that. So, knowing that now, like that time, I know you are going to go down the route, and what's the word I'm looking? Trail is more your bread and butter now. But let's say for whatever reason you did a road marathon. What sort of time would you be setting yourself now, knowing that you've just done that? You didn't really prepare. Well, in fact, in general, what do you think is an achievable marathon finish time for you now, knowing that you've got the experience?
Without training?
With training, of course.
With training?
Yeah.
I think close to 3 hours. I mean,
That's
3 hours.
mental,
3 hours is a 4:16-minute kilometer pace.
That's actually crazy. I honestly think for my first half, I think it'd take me like maybe 3:45, 4 hours.
Well, this is what I said, and my first one was 3:30 something, and then I got it down to 3:15, or I can't remember. So yeah, it's to think that. I mean, obviously, the people that run it in the insane times is because they're putting in the hard yards. So, it's not that surprising, but it is bonkers that there are people out there that, considering I would like to say I run a fair bit, or I have done, and there's people out there that can do double the amount of distance in less time than I can. You know what I'm trying to say. It's just absolutely mental. So, you did say to us now that you are going to be out of action for a few weeks just to let your foot heal up, so you won't be at any of the park runs. You think your next appearance is going to be at the Centurion, which is the 7th of December?
Yeah, unless, miraculously it seems to heal itself a lot quicker. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But
Well, we've got that, and then 2 weeks after we got the Pickled Goose Run, which I'll go into in a minute because, that was a weird and wonderful few messages. A few changes. Thank God I didn't go into detail in the course in the last one because I'd have looked the right numpty. And in terms of marathons, half marathons, what's your next one? Have you started penciling anything in for 2026 yet, or have you got your eye on it?
No, I haven't looked. To be honest, I haven't looked at anything yet.
Jump in with Jake. Jake, you said you'd looked at one, didn't you? What had you looked at?
What was the one I saw? I had a full list.
Cannock Chase.
Oh yeah, Cannock Chase is
Jake's gagging to go to Cannock Chase.
I'm on my knees for it.
Which is bizarre, really.
I looked at a few of them, so I put a list of like what I want for 2026. Obviously, I'm going to do that half with you. I think the Black Country one. I'm going to try 25k. Throw it in the mix and think, but I've got to get my arse in gear and stuff because, like, I haven't since obviously doing the runs for October. I just haven't really been out. I've done the run Sunday. That was hard. That I struggled, man. Like after, because obviously I went out Saturday. I only had about 4 beers, but I got up, felt rough, and I was like, I'm just bite the bullet, get it done. It's cold, and I'm struggling again with my feet. So, but don't worry, I'm getting trainers, so you can't get my back. I'm gonna get some, and then I'm gonna go get my feet done, I think, and get some insoles. So, boss bite the bullet.
Well, we'll go through like what we're looking at for 2026 in the Christmas episode, because we're going to have to start planning that soon, and details of that will be released. But yeah, we'll go through what's on the list for 2026, what we've booked already, and what we're looking at booking, and maybe runs that we're going to do as a 3, and then maybe do another Napton type of run where we invite everyone together. So yeah, we'll keep your eyes peeled for that episode. But yeah, fair play, mate. I think I'm a long way off a marathon. I know I've done 2 halves now. I think the only way that I'd do a marathon is if it was the big boy. 2 of the big boys, either London or New York. But the cat and owl's chance of getting into there. So I'll be putting my ballot in again next year, or who knows. But yeah, fair play, mate. I
do a charity place, Mike.
Pardon?
Could do a charity place.
Yeah, but don't you have to raise silly amounts of money? I say silly. I don't mean that disrespectfully to charities, but you know what I mean.
Well, I think you'd raise it though, because like London Marathon in itself's a massive event, so you'd have people from all over the gaff just sending money in for the charity. Like you would.
I think my fear, you know what I'm like. I did this before the Solihull half. Was I checked who had finished last the year before and looked at their time. I actually saw around the time that it was the London Marathon on TikTok, someone that had finished that late that they actually have to, after a certain time, they divert the end of the course and you finish in a local park, because obviously they need to reopen the road, because that road's quite a famous one. Is that the one that leads up to, I don't know, but they have to reopen the road. So this girl had taken so long, they diverted her into a park, and I worry that would be me if I was to do the London Marathon. So yeah, I think the only 2 that I'd do would be those.
The thing is, sometimes in these type of races, the person who finishes last, he's more celebrated than the person who finished first. I'm just saying, there's an actual, I've told you this before, there's an actual thing called the DFL, dead fucking last. I would take it, Mike.
Look at Run Fat Boy Run. He got all the media attention. I'm sure he finished last, didn't he? So Dennis Doyle from downstairs. Fair play to
How do you remember that?
I watched it recently. Plus, I just hear it in the Asian man's accent. He's like, Dennis Doyle from downstairs.
I can't believe you've done it.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Never mind. We had a few listeners in India recently, so they'll not be switching in again. Or if they will, it'll be to complain. So, yeah. But no, look, on a more serious note, going back to what Jake said, in terms of you did all that running in October to then you find yourself in the middle of a rut. I've been there before. I've done the Great Run Company, who do the Great Birmingham Run, the Great North Run, etc. They do monthly challenges. And I remember doing one in spring last year, or it might have been summer. And you're so focused and driven on getting the amount of miles that you need to do. And you're like, this is great. I'm absolutely loving it. You feel motivated. You feel like you're ready and you're in the moment. When that finishes, you don't have that high to chase. And you think, oh, okay, I'll have a bit of a rest because I don't need to go out. And that 1 day rest turns into 1 week rest, then 2 week rest. Next thing you know, you're starting from scratch again 2 months later. So I totally understand that. But, I've no doubt you'll bounce back. And, it won't be long before we're all back at parkrun and egging each other on and getting PBs and all that. So, yeah, I look forward to it.
I think I'm going to bite the bullet and then I'll wake up and just get out before work. I'm at home tomorrow, so it'll be cold, but it's done then, ain't it? So, when I'd done the one before, I was in trouble, man. I was so cold. But once you're out, you just gotta keep through it, and get through it.
Absolutely. Yes. Well, just quickly, I managed to fluke another sub 40, almost a sub 30. God, ear groping. Sub 40 run at Doddington Hall parkrun. So on Saturday, what was? Oh yeah, because I was driving to Wembley on Sunday, I thought to myself, I won't go and travel down to Birmingham on the Saturday because I really, really wanted to do Oaklands because I'm in that mindset now. Now that I've got a course record at Babs Mill, and I'm getting fitter. I know we're trying to get all the Birmingham and Midlands ones done all together, and then we said we're going to go round again and not properly rate them. But I'm really in the mindset now that I am getting fitter to sort of go back to each one and try and get my course record on each one. So Oaklands is one. I've got a bit of a love-hate relationship with Oaklands, and I just think a lot of people if you're local to Birmingham, a few more people than I thought have actually said, if you want to get a PB, get yourself down to Oaklands. And I'll be honest, I don't think that is a PB course, just because, yes, you start on that down. And look, I'll get a few pelters for this. I think it's undulating, and there are a few sneaky inclines in there. Ben, you're closing your eyes, and you're like, what? You're laughing, but
yeah, you've got that one, the one at the start, and then you go round, come back up. And I think it's as you head back towards Tesco, I think it is, there is a little, if you want to call it that.
Basically where the finish line is here, where you pass the finish line on the path there, that's where it's on that corner basically where you meet.
It's very slight.
And the play park is there. And I just think that's a bit of a sneaky bugger. So I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest. But I was going to do Oaklands, but then I had to drive down to London to pick my brother up, to bring him up to Nottingham to my mum's. And I thought, I'm not going to tire myself out by doing a long drive on Saturday morning and then doing a long drive on Sunday as well. So I went local. Doddington Hall, for anyone that isn't from Lincoln, is the go-to course in Lincoln to get PBs. That's where people go to get their PB. That and Yarborough, I'd say, the two flattest ones in Lincoln. I went down to Doddo, and I thought, I hadn't run in the week, so I went down and I thought, let's just give it a go. Wasn't particularly feeling super hyped, but at the same time, wasn't feeling, I don't want to do this. In fact, no, that's an absolute lie. I'm thinking of another week. I turned up to the car park and I thought exactly that. I thought, I really do not want to do this. So it was a bit of a rough start. I had to make a bit of a dash for the loo. I know I won't go into too much. Huh?
That's unlike you.
Well, so our friend Alex had messaged me, and I don't know where he's got this from, but he keeps sending me running memes about runners that are very close to needing the toilet during a run. And I'm like, I don't get where this has come from. Like, I have never once during a run thought I'm going to, cack my kegs here. Like, I've never once thought that. I've always been able to hold on. So I said, I don't know where it's come from. And it's as if he jinxed me, because I turned up in the car park on Saturday. I thought, really don't want to be here. And then I thought, I need the toilet. Usually Jake's there and he's saying how much he needs a toilet. So then it makes you think you need the toilet more than you do. And then I was like, no, actually, I really do need the toilet. So I had to run across the road to Doddington Hall Calf. Went there, luckily, all good, absolutely fine. Went to the start line and I was like, right, just get this done. Obviously, I'm at that point now where I am aiming for sub 40 park runs at courses that I've done more than once. So I was like, am I really that bothered if I don't get a sub 40? And I thought, what will be, will be. And I started and I felt really good. That segment at Doddington Hall, the first kilometre, I felt relatively okay because that was my home parkrun when I moved up to Lincoln. So I know at what stages of the course are what kilometres. So just before 1K, I can usually make it to there without having to stop. And recently, with how I've been feeling, I thought that would be an absolute doddle. I'll be able to keep going even further. I did surpass the 1K mark, but then I really started to feel a bit sort of wheezy. So I was like, this ain't great. Quite stop-start after 2.5 kilometres. And I was just, plodding along, very stop-start. And then, towards the end, I sent you boys a voice note. I was far from happy with myself. I had a couple of power walkers overtake me. Did a bit of a sprint finish, and someone was like right up my arse, pardon the expression, and like to the point where I thought they're actually going to overtake me in the finish funnel because that's how close they were. And I didn't know they were planning to do a sprint finish like that. And I'd have been really, really hacked off if someone had ever done that, because I was already annoyed that these two power walkers had sort of overtaken me. And yeah, that just would have been the final nail in the coffin, I think. But crossed the finish line, looked at my watch to finish the activity, and it had just ticked over into 39 minutes. So I was like, happy days. And the text come through then. And I think the official parkrun time was 39:55. So not a PB at that course, but a sub 40 nonetheless. So I'll absolutely take that. And we'll see what the next parkrun. I'm not doing parkrun this weekend. I'm off to the football for my sins, going to Derby, and I need to leave at 11, half 11, and there is no way I am chancing going to parkrun and hoping to make it back to then get to the train station. Probably could, but it's too much pressure to put on myself. So not doing parkrun. I've been out tonight. We'll aim to get out again on Friday, and then depending how I feel on Sunday, I might go and do a run on Sunday as well. And then normal service resumes with parkrun next week. So, yes, all good with that. Right. What has been going on in the world of running? Jake, why don't you kick things off for us? You've got a story. So what have you found has been going on in the world of running?
So, let me tell you. Nighttime running clubs have launched in the Shropshire area. So obviously going on what we've said before about female running clubs being a thing that's slowly coming to surface. This is a new club which is started in Shropshire every Wednesday. It's supporting England's the This Girl Can campaign, Let's Lift the Curfew. Shrewsbury's Quarry Swimming and Fitness Centre announced its own club supporting the campaign early this month. Yeah, that's all I've got. But it seems like it's happening more and more, which is nice and good to hear. But I've always thought about joining a club now that I'm slowly getting in. And obviously, I've seen you post, obviously put the ale hub around the corner, do one every Thursday. In my head, I've wanted to. I've never got around it, but could be something to do.
I am so in the same boat as you, mate. There's a running club that meet up at the cathedral. Do you know what? I want to even say it's a Wednesday night. I might be wrong, but they're a casual running club. So you turn up, they do certain days, they do certain distances. One of the days they do hill training. So I probably wouldn't go to that, but they do like a 5K and then they do a 10K or a 7K. And I'm like, just turn up one week. Like, what's the worst that could happen? I do 5Ks in the week myself. So why not go with a running club? I think I'm just scared that I'd be that slow. I'd be well behind everyone. And look, I understand running clubs are like, no, we're inclusive. Our doors open to anyone. And I do believe that somebody, whether they ran the same pace as me or not, would stick with me, or they would just let me do my thing and they'd all wait. So, yeah, I'm totally in the same boat as you. And one of these weeks, I'll probably bite the bullet and go along for one. So, yes, definitely worth you having a look at that ale hub one as well, Jake. Yeah. I think that'd be beneficial for you.
I've only got a few around here, and then I'll have my own little running club with Ben, so it's fine.
Come on.
Absolutely. Yeah, you two need to make this happen. Get out and run together. But yes, it is good to see all these sort of the running clubs at night and the curfew. My wife Beck is doing something tomorrow. Well, in fact, when you guys will be listening to this on Thursday, in the evening, she's going to a Reclaim the Night. So it's to do with, curfews, women's safety at night and everything. I probably should have got a little bit more detail. It's not running. It's just more of a sort of a march in respect of, women not feeling safe to go out in the evening. So I'm glad that there's more awareness being sort of more noise being made about it and more awareness around the subject, because we've covered it multiple times. And especially like now, if you are a woman runner, it gets dark at 4 o'clock. So you can't do a run in the evening. What are you laughing at, Ben?
Yeah. No, go on.
Did I almost slip up?
I've got the feed up, by the way, the news article. If you want me to give a bit more about it.
Yeah, hit us.
It just says each session will be guided with one of our fitness team with high-vis clothing provided to ensure you're safe and supported during the sessions. While the sessions are designed especially to encourage more women to stay active after dark, everyone is welcome to join us. Make their well-being a priority. It said in recent studies in Worcester, 60% of women have been victims of physical and verbal abuse while running. So the police have plans to place an undercover officer to identify these harassment on the female runners. So I suppose that's a good thing as well.
Well, Shropshire is not a million miles away, and we have a lot of Midland-based listeners. Does it have any info on there as to what nights and where they meet, timings, anything like that?
Yeah, so it's on every Wednesday between 5:30 and 6:30 at, I'm going to butcher this, Lil's Hall National Sports Centre in Shropshire. So
there we go. So if you're a female runner in the area, go down, drop in and have a look. So thank you very much for that, Jake.
It's good that there's loads going on now. People are slowly, and it's this massive health kick. I've seen loads of big name celebrities doing loads of running and all different. I know obviously a lot of them are doing it currently for children in need at the moment. I'm sure someone will bring that up, but yeah, it's crazy how much it's just completely grown.
Yeah, we're in a big running boom.
That's it.
I thought you said running boob then. Very childish of me. Ben, while I get my stories ready, because I just realised I got a couple of pictures which I need to get up on screen. Do you want to hit with what you've got, please?
I'd rather not. I'd rather you go first.
Well, I've literally just said I can't do that.
I know, but I haven't actually got any running news. I've got something a bit different to do.
You're a disgrace. Right. Well, luckily.
This is what planning does before a pod. But
no, I've got it now, all right. So don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. A bit snappy.
Right. So, as we record.
Thank you, sir.
What?
I said, yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
No, well, I'm just saying, as we record, it's the 19th of November. So this time next month, it will be dangerously close to Christmas. So I'm giving you a month's notice to get these in your basket and checked out. If you've not seen already, I absolutely love these, and I will absolutely be getting, hopefully, all 4 of them. Switch over to YouTube if you're watching. Christmas tree parkrun ball set. So we've got a little Santa there. Jesus. We've got the parkrun logo, and this is going to sound so stupid. Are those Santas the same ball, or is one genuinely face? Surely that Santa in the top left, you could get it to do what the Santa in the bottom right is doing.
If you look at the bottom left, it's literally a pack of 3. So I'm assuming it's the same one, drift back and forth. It's just showing you both sides.
Yeah. Anyway, I might edit that out.
So I'm assuming the one bauble is the parkrun logo. The next one's saying parkrun, and the other one's Santa with a parkrun sack.
I would imagine you are.
I think you've had a bit of a stinker there.
Well, yeah, maybe. Why put the layout like that? Whoever's done that, have a word with yourself. Why put the layout like that? Why put Santa twice, facing one way, facing the other?
Might be a special edition.
Absolutely disgrace. But yeah,
are you implying that you're going to buy it?
100% I am. I had a bit of a nightmare from the parkrun shop before, but I'm not a fan of parkrun using Royal Mail. I'm sorry if there's any postmen or women, that listen to this, but the Royal Mail is, to be frank, on its arse. If you have a delivery with them and you're not in, kiss goodbye to that delivery. You are never seeing that delivery again. So yeah, not to put people off too much from buying anything from the parkrun shop, but yeah, I'll definitely be buying them. The other bit of news I got is there is a returning parkrun, but unfortunately it is over in San Francisco. So they announced on the parkrun Facebook that San Francisco, we're back. It said, we're thrilled to announce that parkrun will return, sound like Jonathan Ross, to San Francisco on Thanksgiving weekend, the first time since the COVID pandemic. Sunset Dunes Parkrun, that sounds incredible, by the way. They've put a little picture as well, and it looks really nice. Takes parkrunners along the 2-mile stretch of the city's western shoreline, once part of the Great Highway. Well, I hope they add in another mile on top of that, because parkrun's 3.1 miles. But huge thanks to our USA presenting partner, Brooks Running, big up the Brooks, they haven't put that, that's just me saying that, whose ongoing support helps make launches like this a reality. So if you're listening to this in San Francisco, what up, man? Get yourself down. So yeah, there you go.
Never do that again. I beg you.
I've got loads of accents in the Arsenal. Right, what have you got for us then, Ben?
So I haven't got any running news. Instead, I've got some Black Friday deals for the running world. Now, I'm doing it a little bit early because I know it's obviously next week, but obviously companies and whatever, they do them pretty much throughout the month of November. And a couple of these, I think things are selling out quite quick. So it's just kind of a heads up, really. So the first one I've got is, and I've got a few pictures anyway, just to kind of give examples of what they are. So the first one is sportsshoes.com. All heard of them. You get discounts from them if you do run through races. They usually give you like, I think it's 15% off, whatever. They are coming through hot this Black Friday. They've got things like the Evo S Owls, which I've got a pair of them myself. Incredible. They're not Brooks, are they? Do you know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure they do have Brooks on there, Mike, so you would be sorted. So yeah, Evo S Owls, they are down from £130 to £97 using the code BF25. So there's, I think, 25% off pretty much everything. I don't think you'll find many people who will not get on with this shoe. It's a very all-rounder shoe, do most things, speed, long distance. Big fan of it, and I'll highly recommend it. So yeah, and the next one is, if I can find
you on commission?
It sounds like it.
You know what it's reminding me of? Have you seen that video on TikTok? Do you know when it's the early hours of the morning and they have telly shopping on? There's a guy on it who reminds so many people of David Brent. He was selling a mattress once, and his words were, and he was deadly serious, he says, "I don't swear on my mattress, I swear by it." And I was just like, oh my God, that is David Brent. So yeah, carry on. I'm loving this. They're nicer.
Yes, just wait for you to finish. So these are the Nike Vomero Plus. They are down from 154 to 116 using the discount code. Another really good shoe. If you're doing marathon training, this is the shoe for you. kind of they can do it. They can do a little bit of speed, but mainly if you're going for marathon training, that, as I say, they're the one for you. Let me just remove this. So that's them two are from sportshoes.com. The last thing from sportshoes.com is a running hoodie, which I think is incredible value for what it is. If you're into wearing a hoodie while running, it is a higher state insulated running hoodie. It's down from 80. It's down 80% from £99 to £19.99. And you can add the discount code BF25 to get it to $14.99. So they are, I think, every size. I think
you're
XL
genuinely gonna have to remind me about this afterwards and link me to that, because I am in the market for one of those bad boys.
Yeah, as I say, things are going quick on this site though. But yeah, so that's 3 things from sportshoes.com. Obviously, check out them. I'm not on commission, but I'm just giving you guys a heads up. And most people probably know anyway because they're shopping. But so the next one is, if you're in the market for some headphones. I know a lot of races now don't like you wearing headphones. Instead, they like you wearing the bone structured ones, such as the Shocks. So these are the Shocks. These are kind of like the top tier headphones that Shocks do, and it's the Open Pro 2. They are, well, as we're recording tonight, their Black Friday deal goes on sale. So from the 20th of November onwards, you're looking at 35% off most products, which is pretty good. So these are down from $169 to $135. I say that obviously they've got other headphones on sale. But yeah, these are kind of the go-to now for most events if you want to go with headphones, and organisers will like you to wear these ones. Companies like Argus are showing big savings on running watches. For example, the Garmin Forerunner 165 is now 32% off, down from 169, down to 169. Sorry. So I've got what else? I've got going through the catalogue here.
I've got a Garmin watch in my drawer downstairs. If anyone genuinely wants it,
we don't count that, Mike. That was off-rented. We don't know what happened to it. Someone definitely messed around with it, man.
Well, it had me running a parkrun at 36 minutes. So I'm like, oh, man, that back in the drawer.
Should have kept wearing it. So these Danish Endurance socks. Now, Danish Endurance is an incredible brand. I will say all day about these. They are doing really good stuff. I wear their underwear and their base layers. Absolutely, absolutely. They're running underwear. Yeah. They are absolutely fantastic. But these are on Amazon. A pack of 3, down from £39 down to £19, or a pack of 5 from £49 to £29. As I say, I highly recommend. So get yourself on Amazon for them. Last 2, we've got Buff. If you're in the market for a buff, especially winter time, the brand company Buff have got 25% off, and they've also got 40% off on their outlet. So you pick up yourself a couple of buffs quite cheap, really. And obviously they've got loads of different designs and styles. So yeah, highly recommend them. They served me well last year during the winter running. And then the last one is from our, I want to say sponsors, if you want to call it that. We don't usually. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Protein. Yeah, see, that's why I said it, because you actually forgot them. Protein. Protein Rebel have 26% off at checkout on all items, automatically added when you get to checkout, apparently. So, yeah, there you go. There are some Black Friday deals. Obviously, there's more out there. Keep a lookout. I'm just giving you kind of a heads up. Don't forget, perfect time if you want to get trainers. That's probably the best way to get them, because obviously on sale anyway, and then added on discounts. Perfect time to get them. So, Jake, get yourself some.
Yeah, you've done me a wonder here, because the trainers I'm looking at, like they're looking at They were originally like 140 on that website, down to 125, and then with the discount, 95 quid. So, and they're fucking smart.
Another happy customer. Sports shoes, if you want to get in touch. Yeah.
HMU. Let us know. LMK. No, thank you very much for that. I was, really enjoyed that segment. So I definitely going to look at that jumper because I need something like that. I've got my Watford training jumpers, like the thermal type, but I think something like that, might help for work as well, especially with the colder days. Did you say it was a thermal running, or am I making the thermal bit up?
It is insulated.
Oh, okay. That's good. Okay, yeah, no, definitely going to have a look at that. So, yeah, check that out. Before we play my game and wrap up the pod, I must apologise to the people that have sent in questions over the last few weeks. It has been basically disappearing into a black hole of nothingness. I did find some questions earlier. I've no idea who they've come from, unfortunately, and I've no idea how long they've been sat there. So I'm just going to read them out and we're going to go through them quickly. So if this is one of yours, apologies, you're not getting a name check with it. I've only just found them, and yeah, I don't even know how I did that. If you asked me to tell you, I wouldn't know where to begin. So let's start with you, Jake. What's your biggest running insecurity? Bit personal, that one.
Who's asked that?
I think it's like the fact when I go out running, if I see people out, like if I'm knackered, I have to just keep running. Because I feel like, imagine going out dressed as you're going jogging and they're like, why is he walking? So I could be like absolutely blowing up my ass and I'll run past, like, even if it's a busy road or like if I've run out and it's like school time's finished, I'm like, I've got to keep running even though I'm at my like wit's end. But like, that's mine. I have to just keep going. And at the end, like I look at my time after, I'm like, bloody hell, I made up a load of time there, but
it works in your favour sometimes, definitely doing that, because I do that. See another runner, someone running past you, you're like, right, you can't stop now. My big one is probably school kids. I do not like running around them because I'm worried what they'll say, genuinely. Steady on, Ben. Come on. I am worried what they'd say. Like, I know what I was like in school, and I won't give two hoots about saying something about someone running past. If I thought it was funny in front of my mates, I'd be saying it.
Vicious shit. Well, kids are vicious. I remember when I done that 15K. I was in a Villa top and I went past a load of kids and they were Blues fans and like, Villa are fucking shit. And in my head, I'm like, I'm just gonna feed a load of abuse at these kids. I'm like, I'm literally 30, man. I need to grow up, man. Just these lads in blue tops. I'm like, but yeah, I do get it.
I also try to avoid I hate running on main roads when it's light because I always, especially when there's a traffic jam. And you're on their side because you're just thinking, all these people are looking at me. They might be thinking, what's this fat loser doing? Look at him. Look at Tubby trying to run. Like, everything goes through your head. So I'm just, that definitely those two. I am massively insecure about what people think when I run past them. So recently as well is how fast in inverted commas I am running. And what I think it looks like to other people, like the people thinking, what's he doing? Because he's not running, but he's not walking. So, yeah, there's a lot, to be honest. Whoever asked that question.
Did you see that thing I posted on Instagram? How I think I look like I'm running to how it is. And
yes.
It's like
I
feel like I run like a wild weapon.
Ben, what about you? Running too fast? Something like that?
Bored.
Yeah.
I don't know, actually. I think, I still get it. I think people are the problem, aren't they? It could be anyone that you're running past. I think I agree with you on that, in that sense. Obviously, I don't have the same thoughts that you have, but it's never nice running past someone because someone gives you a look, or as you say, it'll be like kids or teenagers or whatever. It's never nice. I've done it. I've run before, and I can't remember what I was wearing. Might have been like a like a band T-shirt or something like that, and a couple of lads at a bus stop. So it sort of said, "Who does he think he is?" or something like that. So it's just stuff like that, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, they're ruthless, man. Honestly, this is a bit of a weird one. We'll stick with you, Ben. Putting you on the spot a bit here. If you had to name your running style after an animal, what would it be?
Ooh. Bloody hell.
I think.
It'd be something steady. Something.
Bambi on ice.
No, that's
Missing
not.
legs.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe a baby bear, something like that.
Baby bear.
I feel like you're more like an ostrich, aren't you?
Ostrich? Nah, but
They're
like baby
rapid,
bear.
they are.
Because you're adamant bears are that quick, so I'm not that quick, but I don't know.
I don't think bears are quick. I said I'd beat a bear in a race, if you remember.
Oh, well, of course. I don't know.
That's an interesting one. A baby bear, okay. Jake?
I feel like I've never seen a meerkat run, but I feel like I'd be like that. Or a warthog.
Warthog.
Or a pig.
Like, the warthog's the guy in what's it called? What's the film? Come on, man. Pumba. He's in here, warthog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just something that looks like it just shouldn't run.
Me, basically. I would probably go maybe a hippo, maybe.
They're rapid. Hippos are, you know that, innit?
What,
Swear they're quick. Yeah, swear they're rapid.
Nah, I don't know about that.
You a good swimmer?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Come on.
Yeah.
I would love to see you swim.
No, at my mum's somewhere. I'm sure. Remember when you used to go swimming with primary school? You'd get the Toby the Tiger certificates. You know, your man off the Frosties box. You remember those? You get
great.
They're great. I remember the rumor that the bloke. Huh?
Why was he involved?
Because it's kids, and it's like an incentive. Like, oh my god, I've got a certificate with the Frosties man on it.
You used to have like a dolphin. We did.
Oh, actually, yes, so do we. Where it's like your 10-meter badge.
Are you sure you just didn't get a cereal box, Mike?
Nah, mate. You know what? Speak amongst yourselves, because I am getting.
I'm not having this. Why would it be?
Mate, yes, thank you very much. Right, hold the phone. Save that image.
Box of Kellogg's.
Right, here we go. Drum roll, please. Oh, I wish I had it bloody lined up.
Wow.
Those. You telling me you do not remember them?
I have never seen them in my life.
Nah.
They are similar.
Nah, get out, man.
I can't.
The dolphin ones ring a bell now, though. The dolphin. Let me just. This has gone. Whoever sent this question in, you've got your bloody money's worth here. Dolphin.
I ain't gonna be able to find this swimming badge now.
Swimming certificate. Okay.
No, you're gonna have to throw up to it.
Yeah, I've got it here. They ring a little bit of a bell. Right, let's have a look. So, I'm hoping this image file is big enough. Those.
They're Ribena. Come on.
That's not Ribena.
No, I meant the certificate, not the badges.
It literally says Ribena.
Does it?
Underneath the dolphin, it says Ribena. Am I like losing my marbles?
I am perplexed. I'm doing a quick Google now. Dolphins swimming certificate. And I just cannot find anything. Like, some of these look like they're being made by kids, let alone for kids. I'll tell you what don't help is that dolphins can swim. So I'm putting dolphins and swimming in the same thing. So he's just throwing up a load of images of dolphins. Right, anyway, that question's... I don't even know how we got onto that, but... Oh, yeah, you said kind of swim. I've just had a quick Google as well. Hippos, surprisingly fast for their size. People say that about me. On land, they can run up to 30 kilometres an hour, about 19 miles per hour, over short distances, which is faster than most humans.
No, that's insane.
That is mad. They can move very quickly underwater and on the surface, reaching speeds of around 5 miles per hour. Despite looking slow and bulky, again, like me, a lot of similarities here. Their speed, combined with powerful jaws, makes them one of the most dangerous animals in Africa. So, there you go. Thank you very much for that question. Jake, I feel like I know the answer with this. If you had to run holding an object the whole time, what would you choose? Why would it be the water bottle?
Water bottle. Heavy on.
Ben?
Oof. Just, does it have to relate to running or?
Not according to whoever sent this.
If you had to run for an hour, but you had to hold something, you couldn't let it go, what would you pick?
A feather.
Oh, strategic. I like it. I would go my phone because I used to run with my phone in my hand. So, bit of a cop-out answer. But, yeah. And then, lastly, Ben, sticking with you, what's your guilty pleasure song that you listen to when you go out on a run?
Well, I don't really, but oh man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't listen to music. We've done this before.
You see why we didn't stop? You see why we stopped asking for questions? Because it's answers like these where I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Well, you're asking
mine
me
would fully
pick
be
a random
like,
song
like
out.
a slow song that just would knock out, like a song in a sense where if I put it on, people are like, why is this on when you're running?
I don't know. I really don't know.
That's fine. Jake, what would yours be?
Don't know, man. I'm joking. I think I'd fully go sitting on a dock of the bay. When I've had that come on and it's slow, instead of skipping, I just listen to it. But that's because I like the song. So
that's mad. I don't think I could run to like a slow tempo song. Mine's not even guilty pleasure. You can't even. My music taste isn't guilty pleasure anymore. It's just shite pop that people my age shouldn't listen to. So yeah, it's something from Westlife. Stick that down in a category somewhere. So yes, right. 2-0 up you are, Ben, in the game. Can you make it 3, or can Jake pull it back and make it 2-1? Let's find out, shall we? We're going to do it in the same order we did it last week. So, Ben, because you won, you'll start, but we'll do Ben, Jake, Ben, Jake, Ben, Jake, Ben, Jake. You get the gist. Let's kick things off with question number 1, Ben. In which country is the wife-carrying World Championships held each year? Is it Sweden? Is it Norway? Is it Finland? Or is it Estonia? The wife carrying World Championships.
Sweden. Yeah.
Incorrect. It remains 0-0. Jake's got the chance to jump in here and make it 1-0. Jake, what food item is famously handed out at the Endure 24 Ultra Running Weekend? Ben's going to wish he had this one. Is it pizza, donuts, Haribo's, or chips? Loving the silence on this podcast, by the way.
At the end?
At the end of the run. You're going with pizza. You would be incorrect, gentlemen. We need to up the standards. 0-0 after the first question.
Can you tell us the answers, please?
Oh, no, he's not telling answers.
Sorry.
Sorry.
So, Ben, the wife carrying World Championships are held in Finland, not Sweden. They hand out Haribo's at the end of the Endure 24. Ben, did you know that because it's ultra?
I didn't. I didn't. So I'm glad I didn't get it.
Question number 2 for you, Ben. Which country has a tradition where runners touch a giant tree before a race for good luck? Is it Japan, Kenya, Germany, or Norway? Who's touching big trees?
I just feel like the Japanese would do that.
Screams Japan.
They would indeed. Cue the congratulations gong. 1-0 to Ben. Oh, I forgot. 1-0 to Ben so far. Jake, question number 2. What's the most common volunteer role at parkrun after tail walker? So tail walker is the most popular one, most common. What is the next most common? Is it timekeeper, barcode scanner, marshal, or funnel manager?
What, can you read them again? It cut out, sorry.
Of course. Timekeeper, barcode scanner, marshal, or funnel manager?
It's got to be Marshall.
It is indeed 1-1. You
You're only
buggers.
stuck with a barcode in your ass. Boring, that is.
Well, yeah. I'd imagine, right, I don't want to get myself into trouble here. Timekeeper's got to be the easiest of that. Because you just...
No, it's if people run through that don't have a barcode, it throws you out, doesn't it? If people don't collect it.
Yeah, so that's a tough one. What I'm saying is the easiest of the lot is everyone's in line, 3, 2, 1, bam.
We need to have a go at volunteering. One week where we all get on the roster.
Yes. Well, you're one of those buggers that could do the roster and then run. So, yes. Ben, it's 1-1, by the way. Which classic race T-shirt colour has become a badge of honour for London Marathon finishers? Is it red, yellow, blue, or purple?
Red.
It is indeed 2-1. Jake, what year did women first officially run the Olympic marathon? Was it 1976, 1980, 1984, or 1988? The first year that women could run the Olympic
You get colours and I'll get hit with years.
That's a horrible one, that.
Yeah, but hang on, this is just a guess, as much as a guess as Ben's one.
I got 84.
You buggers, man. You're really going to make me do this bonus question.
I got it right.
Yeah. It's 2-2.
What?
2-2, is that right? Yeah, 2-2.
No way. Hey, fair play.
Yes, right. Are we going to have a decider, or is it going to go to bonus questions? I bloody hope not. Ben, what is the approximate distance of the Comrades Ultramarathon in South Africa? Is it 42 kilometres, 56 kilometres, 90 kilometres, or 100 kilometres?
Oh. What were the middle two?
56 or 90.
56 or 90. Comrades. Oh, that's big, man. This
Comrades. Oh, yeah, like you're flicking through your knowledge. Well, that one's that one's that, and that one's that. Like, what on earth?
I'll have your pants down if I get this right now.
Silly you for assuming they're not already down.
Just this cardigan.
Yeah. Oh god. Let's go. We'll go 90.
And you would be correct. So my pants are firmly down.
It's only ever going to be one of them two in the middle two.
Scores on the doors. If I am not mistaken, it is currently Ben 3, Jake 2. Is that right? You've only got one question wrong, Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, no, that's fine.
First one.
Jake, to level and to go to sudden death, which marathon is famous for the Heartbreak Hill section? Is it London, Boston, New York, or Berlin? Ben, I think Ben knows this one. Judging by
Heartbreak Hill.
uh-huh.
I'll go London.
Congratulations, Ben. 3-0.
Yeah.
The answer was Boston. Heartbreaker. Did you know that, Ben?
No, just playing with you.
Oh, well. You had me fooled.
3-0, man.
3-0 to Ben. That was a good little showdown, you two. I was impressed by that. So thank you very much for that.
When you said that Heartbreak Hill, the first thing that come to mind was
Elvis.
No, because it's that cardiac hill, and when they've got that massive hill like in Sutton Coldfield for the marathon or half.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
It might be Birmingham.
No, Birmingham. I don't think Birmingham's got a hill in it.
It's cardiac.
Cardiac hill does ring a bell. Still, cardiac hill, Birmingham. Let's have a goosey gander. So, Cardiac Hill in Birmingham. When the interweb wants, here we go. It's Cardiac Hill in Sutton Park.
Yeah, I thought so.
It's a steep incline. There we go. Another reason why not to go and do that parkrun. I think we'll call it there, gentlemen. In fact, actually, just quickly, and I mean quickly, I'm just going to gloss over again. 27th of December, it's all official, it's all ready, it's all good to go. The Pickled Goose Run, the first of its kind. Depending on how many we get, we might make this a yearly thing. I am fully expecting just us lads to turn. When I say us lads, I don't just mean us three. I mean the group that we've got, the WhatsApp group. It is open to anyone that wants to come. It is in Solihull, so obviously, if you're listening to this and you're from the Midlands, please do join us. It's at 10 a.m. we start. We're going to meet in the car park for the Alton Tavern. Then we're going to jump on the canals down Castle Lane. There's a video on our socials if you want to go and watch that, and it's on Strava as well. So if you want the links, let me know and I'll send you the link. And then we're going to jump on the canal at Castle Lane, which is just opposite where the Alton Tavern is. And then we're going to run towards Catherine de Barnes. The turn point, the 5k turn point, because it's a 10k run, is going to be the boat. Now, depending on logistics and everything else, I think the plan is just to make it a bit more fun. We're going to stop our watches at the 5k point at the boat, go into the boat and have a drink, and then we're going to run that 5k back towards the Alton Tavern. And I've worked it out that I had a look on the video, and for some reason on the video, it thinks that we're sort of running forward, running back, and then running forward a bit by Elmdon Heath. But I've worked it out. If we then run back to the Alton Tavern, by the time we hit the car park, we will have hit 10k. So it's a 10k distance, the 27th of December, the Alton Tavern pub in Solihull by the big Jaguar Land Rover plant. So if you are interested, please do drop us a message and let us know. And then, of course, we will have a finish line beer in the Alton Tavern as well. So I'm very, very much looking forward to that. Us three will be there. We've already got, I think, 4 of us from our group that have said yes. So if we can make it to double figures, I will be an extremely happy man. So yeah, please do consider coming along. Have you boys got songs for me this week? Ben, I'll ask you first because you're usually the maverick that doesn't.
Yeah, we'll go Taylor Dane, Tell It to My Heart.
Taylor Dane. Is that the bloke that sings it, or?
It's a woman.
Oh dear.
No, well, Taylor's a bloke's name. Well, other than Taylor Swift.
She's the only one, yeah.
Taylor Lawton. He's a bloke who's in Twilight Corn.
Thank you, Taylor. Tell It to My Heart. That's a GTA song. Tell it to my
Yeah,
heart.
Tell
Yeah.
me you're the only
wasn't
one.
made for that.
No, I know. Jake, what are you putting in?
I'm gonna go. Got my mind set on you by George Harrison.
Got
Come on.
my
What
mind
tune?
set on you. George Harrison, the bloke from the Beatles.
No. You know him, bloke from the Beatles.
Your man from the Beatles. Talking of the Beatles, I'm going to go Average White Band. Let's go round again. It popped into my head the other day. I've no idea why, but yeah, that's going in. So there we go. Another song into the vault, locked away. 45 songs we've got in there now. So if you're on Spotify, head on over. It's 2 hours and 56 minutes long. We're doing all this, by the way. Only 2 people have saved it. So come on, guys, get your fingers out. What you're playing at? That sounded a bit wrong. So yeah, jump on over, and if you want the link for it, let us know, and we'll send it over. But I think we'll call it there. Episode 22, done and dusted. Like I say, we're not doing any parkrun club this weekend. Well, I'm certainly not. I know Ben's not. Are you planning to maybe get on out for one, Jake?
I might do. I might
Yeah.
venture out, see where I fancy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I know
what
you
we
were
got on.
asking Stevens about Warwick Racecourse, weren't you?
Yeah, man. Fancy it.
Fancy that one, yeah.
I also
Well-
want to do Oaklands, but I'll wait till you decide to come down to do that because I know you,
Yeah.
know you want to do it. So
Ben, there's been a lot of laughter from your side, which I'm
You
not
just-
sure why. What's
just giddy,
going on,
innit?
man?
You just made me laugh, man. You just
Well,
made me laugh.
yeah, but I don't know why.
We've said this for
sorry, man.
years now.
Well, yeah, we have, to be fair. No closer to finding the answer to
It's
that.
funny, isn't it? You had to sit me down once and tell me to stop laughing at you. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
You got to stop now. You got to stop.
Well, I'd be speaking to you about something serious. You'd be laughing your head off. It is.
Look, I think everyone's got that one person in their life that they can just look at and just laugh.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, thank you. And on that bombshell, I think we'll call it there. So thank you very much for watching Chasing the Finish. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please do leave the video a like. Hit the subscribe button as well. Leave the episode a like as well. You can do that on Spotify. And whilst you're there, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever, leave us a review if you're enjoying the show. It helps more than you think. And we've got quite a few reviews already. All 5-star as well, which is brilliant. So thanks, Mum. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Grandma. That's brilliant. So, yeah, we'll see you next week, and keep chasing that finish and keep on trucking. See you later.